Welcome back, everybody. Aga Swiecki here from SKG. We've got good light. We're going to take good use of it. We talked about giving effective feedback. Today, we want to cover the other side of the story, which is effective receival of feedback. So, as we said, this whole giving and receiving feedback dance could be stressful, uncomfortable, awkward for both parties, right? It's not something we look forward to. It's not anticipated. It's not exciting. It's definitely not someone's favorite task, especially as a leader, right? So, but the receiving of the feedback is just as important as giving of the feedback. And I would take it even further. When you can learn to receive feedback, or if you do receive feedback well, you make others feel a lot more comfortable giving you feedback. So it's teaching on both sides. It's incredible. But let's talk about receiving feedback. So what does it mean to receive feedback well? First of all, it's focus, right? Because I need to step out of myself and focus on the situation or the goal or the purpose of this feedback. So it's suddenly, I'm going to say, it's not about me. It's not about me personally. It's about becoming better, or the situation or the project being better, right? So my focus, this is really, really important. The very first step, my focus needs to shift. If I'm focusing on myself, I'm going to be defensive. I'm going to be sensitive. I'm not going to receive it. Sometimes it's literally a wall. Nothing is getting to the person when they're being defensive. So focus is the most important one. I need to get out of myself, get out of focusing on me, and focus on what's really, really important about this. Why are we even meeting right now? What's the purpose of this feedback? Number two, the idea of team. So even though I might be receiving tough feedback or unpleasant feedback, or it's not necessarily something exciting to look forward to, I need to know that I'm not alone. And of course, that very much depends on the other person giving me feedback, right? It's the exchange, it's the dance, it's two pieces of one whole. So it also depends if the person giving me feedback is doing it gracefully. Are they doing it fairly? Are they doing it objectively? Yes, all of that matters. But I need to know that I'm not alone in this. I'm a part of the team, and all of this exchange is to make both of us better, to make the team better, and to make the company, let's say, better, whatever is at stake. This one's important so that you feel supported. It's not a threat. It's not something that you have to be afraid of. This is to grow and expand. Try not to be defensive. This is a tough one, right? Try not to be defensive and focus on the value of what this feedback, the value of feedback and what it's going to bring to you and the situation at large. This one is big. Listen and ask questions. This one's obvious, but it's not. Don't take things personally. We're gonna actually do a video because this is one of my favorite topics, not taking things personally. We're gonna do a session on that. Listening, providing space for the other person to express themselves, and then ask questions to clarify if something doesn't make sense. And then you can give feedback as well. Verify accuracy. If something doesn't make sense, don't get emotionally involved and defensive and sensitive about it. Just say, hey, I am not understanding. Or could you clarify? Could you give me some specific examples where this was true so that I can work on it or understand you better? And just remember, this is a two-way street. This is not, the person giving feedback being in a superior posture and you're in an inferior posture just because you're on the receiving end. It's not like that. It's a two-way street. The way you receive feedback says a lot about you as a person, as a leader, as a team member. This is really, really important. And the reason for it is we all have blind spots. We all have things that we don't see, right? And we're not able to see. And we're only able to see some of these things when someone else is a mirror to us. If there's a conflict, if there's a difficult situation, if we're under stress, then we're like, oh, hey, I actually don't handle this well, or I could do a better job with this, and this, right? We're learning about ourselves. So this is really, really great way of learning where your blind spots are. Now, this is a big one. This is my favorite one. If you can build up ability to proactively ask for feedback, so you're not waiting to receive it, but you're actually proactively asking, hey, what can I improve? What else can I do better? Where else can I grow and expand? This actually is not only puts you in a very powerful place for yourself and for others, because you add a lot more value as a person when you're operating from that place, but also it brings value to both parties, because suddenly you as the receiver make the giver of feedback a lot more comfortable and a lot more willing and open to provide that feedback on a regular basis. Ask for specifics, we said that. Respond, not react. So if you do that, if you practice neutrality, which we talked about twice, right, a week before, if you practice neutrality, if you practice not taking things personally, all of this will be very, very easy. Deep breath, like it's not about me, it's about something bigger. It's about the team, the company, the project. Let's focus on that. Let's shift the focus. And suddenly responding is much easier than coming from that very emotional, sensitive, defensive place. So why all of this is important? This is all important because feedback is and provides an incredible value to both parties. And as it provides an incredible value to both parties involved, or more people, could be more people, right? If both people are players in this dance, and there's a really effective giver and really effective receiver, how powerful of a team is that? And then how powerful of a value this adds to whatever team they're playing on, or whatever company they're a part of. This is huge. This increases motivation. This increases professional, personal growth. People are more inspired and more open, more authentic. They're showing up very differently. It is an incredible value, but it also is a practice. This is not an overnight thing. This is a practice on both ends. And just like with giving and receiving gifts, we need to practice doing this on both sides. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.